Okay, midweek, midsection. Timer is ticking. 25 seconds on, 10 seconds off. As usual, going to start out with our squats, getting the heart rate up. And away we go. Coming up fully each time in the squat. Squeeze with the butt at the top of the movement, just to make sure the hips are coming in fully underneath the shoulders. You got a nice straight neutral spine. Last 2 seconds and we're down to the mat. There we go. So we're starting with our hands to ankle, right arm, left leg. Inhale down, exhale up, loosening up of the shoulder, getting a stretch in the back of the leg. Pulling with the lower core, bottom part of the stomach and the pelvic floor. And we're up. Squats again. Bringing the arms, getting the heart rate up a little bit higher. Same thing, nice and quick. So we're not going right down into the squat. Trying to get the heart rate up. We're not too concerned about how deep we go in the squats. We're not trying to work the legs. We're trying to get the heart rate up. And we can do that more effectively by going up and down quickly. And speaking it down, we're back to the floor. Left hand, right arm. Right leg, sorry. Well, this guy doesn't know his arm from his leg. Again, inhaling down. Exhale as you pull from the lower stomach and pelvic floor. Bringing that leg up towards the hand. Head stays relaxed down on the mat. We're up again. So we're going to do our lunges this time, stepping back nice and wide. Keeping control. Step back wide. Makes the balance a little bit easier this way. You can have your hands in front. You can put them on your hips. You can touch your nose if you want. Idea is that you're not being distracted. There we go. Back down to the floor again. Bit more work this time. Same thing, arm and leg coming up together. This time, crunching up. Keep your chin off the chest. Pause at the top of the movement. So we're using upper and lower abs. And you can tell by my voice, it has changed. So we're using a lot more of the core muscles while you're doing that one. Lunges again, stepping back. We're going to bring the arms up to the sides as we step back. So this is how we're getting our heart rate up on this one. We're working the legs. Core is involved in keeping the torso upright. And because the arms are coming up, that's going to get the heart rate up as well. Lovely, back down. Last time. Left arm, right leg. Crunching up with the stomach. Really reaching up towards the ceiling. Crunching up. Getting the shoulders up off the mat. Pulling with the lower stomach and pelvic floor as you bring the leg up. There we go. First round done and dusted. Time for a sip. As ever, just taking a sip. No big gulps. If you take a big gulp, means you're not breathing, so your heart rate isn't going to come back down. We've got about another 10 seconds here, and then we're coming back into it with a squat and knee raise. We're staying on one leg. So squat down, the left leg is going to come up towards the right elbow. So momentary pause at the top. So you got just that little moment of stillness so that you know you're in control and that those core muscles are working. There you go. Same thing, other leg. This will get the heart rate up nicely. Get ready. Away we go. Squatting down. Coming up with that knee raise. Again, get your moment of stillness at the top of the movement. Pulling with the stomach to bring the knee up and slightly across. Last one. Here we go. We're down to the floor. High plank is first. Hands shoulder width apart, feet out to opposite corners of your mat, and we lift. Head stays relaxed and neutral. You're trying to keep breathing steadily through this. Keeping the stomach zipped up. Nice straight line from the hips through to the heels. If you're under pressure, you can stick your butt up in the air like that. We're going to wait here. We're going to double up. So get ready and go. So high plank again, exact same thing. Holding steadily here. Pushing down through the hands into the floor. Keeping your stomach zipped up. Nice and tight, 10 seconds left. Again, if you're under pressure, stick your butt up in the air. Takes the pressure out of the lower back. Makes the upper body work a little harder. There we go, we're back onto our feet. So, curtsy lunge, stepping across behind ourselves. I'm going to go this way first. So the wider the step, the more you feel this on the outside of the butt. And on the outside of the leg as well. So you're getting a stretch there across the outside of the leg. And it's working hard in that lengthened position. So each time, it's that back leg that's doing the work. We're going to double up on those. Really going to get the heart rate jumping up again. Here we go. So nice step across. If you don't have the space, just do a small step. If you have the space, do a wider step. Last few seconds. Well, last 5 seconds. Legs burning a little bit now. There we go. Now we're back down to the floor. On our backs. Legs up in the air. And we're going to lower one leg at a time. Exhale up. So just one leg at a time. Exhale coming up. Inhale down. Keeping your lower back on the floor. If you're under pressure, don't let your legs come down as far. Going to double up on these. So if you're under pressure, don't come down as far with the leg. Come down halfway, come back up. If you're not under pressure, go all the way down and all the way back up. Just don't touch the floor. Don't let your feet touch the floor. We don't want to take a rest. Almost there, last two, last one. There we go. Great fun. Enjoyed that, I'm sure. Time for a sip. Next round, we're starting on the mat, we're starting on our side. We've got just over 10 seconds left. So we're going to start out with our hip hitch. Hands supporting the head, hips stacked one over the other, and we lift both feet off the ground. We're going to hold here. Nice. Flying through that calorie milestone. So holding here, pulling with the muscles just over the hip, nice and straight, nice and steady. You don't want to be wobbling around the floor. Should be right on the hip, not rolling back on your butt, not rolling forward. There we go. Switch over to the other side. Same thing, head supported by the hand, hips are stacked one over the other, feet pointed, legs straight, pulling from here, just over the hips. If you think of trying to shorten the space between the hip bone and the rib cage, that's what the muscles are doing, they're shortening that distance. Legs coming up is only a byproduct. And we're almost there. There we go, switching to the other side again. We're building from our hip hitch into our side V up, so this time the arm is out straight. We start out stacked, we roll onto our butt, and we lift. Inhale down, exhale up. So using my hand to lever and help me come up from the floor, keeping the chin off the chest, and we come up for height every time. And we switch over to the other side. Same thing, start out on our side, stacked. We're going to roll back onto the butt and come up for height every time. You'll always find you're better on one side than the other. That goes for pretty much every exercise. Last one. Whew. You'll be glad to hear we're back up onto our feet. So curtsy lunge, going from side to side. We're going to go fairly quick, we're going to stay a little bit low. So nice and quick. Not coming up fully tall. Keeping that bend at the knee, bend at the hip. Now we're moving quickly. You can add in a little bit of a hop if you want to get the heart rate up more. If you're using that hop, make sure to stay light on your feet so you're landing on the ball of the foot. Doubling up, here we go again. This one really gets the heart rate up. As you can tell, we're almost there, 10 seconds. Staying low, staying quick. Last 3, 2, 1. Whew. And we're back down onto the mat. Pilates, tabletop position. Knees are up over the hips. Lower back printed into the floor. Head relaxed down. Should feel tension in the thigh and the stomach. We're holding here. Keeping the shins nice and level. Keeping the lower back pulled down into the floor. Heart rate coming down while we're here. Relax. Once again, we're doubling up. Get ready. Here we go. So try and keep the knees together, feet together. Lower back, pull down into the floor. And if you want, place the fingertips next to the head and crunch upwards, pulling with the upper abs. So making the upper abs work as well as the lower abs, keeping the head off the chin, off the chest, and relax down. There we go. Round 3 in the bag. How much fun was that? You know what time it is. Time for a sip. Just a little sip, no big gulps. Boom, another calorie milestone. Well done. Just over 5 seconds, we're back onto our feet. Curtsy lunge, knee raise, repeater, staying on this leg. Stepping straight back into that curtsy lunge if you can. If you can't, touch down, then come back. Touch it down, come back. This will just help give you that stability you need in the balance. If you can, come straight back, but only if you can do it with control. Staying on our feet, we're going straight to the other side. Gets the heart rate up again, huh? Here we go. Curtsy, knee comes up. If you can maintain the balance, brilliant. Come straight back to that curtsy. Otherwise, touch down and then come back. Last 10 seconds here. Oh, it's burning now. Saved by the buzzer. We're coming back down onto our side plank this time. On the elbow, forearm on the ground. Nice straight line. Feet are stacked, hips are stacked. Nice straight line through the body. Neutral spine, stomach zipped up. Zip. We've got 10 seconds left here. Stay strong, keep the hips pulled up away from the floor so you're not sagging down. Staying nice and strong. There we go. And we switch over to the other side. I mean, hey, why should one side have all the fun? Here we go. Lift. Got that nice straight line going on. If you find your feet are sliding away, put your feet against a wall or a skirting board, something like that. Something that won't move. And I don't care how strong you are, the walls of your house are probably stronger. I hope. Last one. There we go. Now, we're back to our front plank. This time adding in a shoulder tap, so we've got rotation in here. We're up on the toes. Twist, tap the shoulder. Keeping that nice straight line from the shoulders, through the hips, into the heels. This is all about control. We're not aiming for speed on this one. Get that little rotation each time. There we go, rest. Again, we're going to double up on this one. 3 seconds, get ready. And lift. Get that rotation in. So you're inhaling through the nose as you lower down, and exhale as you're lifting and twisting. We're almost there. 4 seconds left. Last one. And we're up onto our feet. Got to get the heart rate going again. We're going to go for a nice fast squats, arm raises. We're going to go a little bit lower because we're well warmed up. The hips are loosened up, knees are loosened up, the fluid in the joints is well warmed up. So we're going fast and we're going fairly low. Low enough that you have to do a bit of a push to come up from that bottom position. Wasn't that fun? Guess what? We're doubling up. You had a nice little rest lying on the ground. So we're going Getting that heart rate up. High intensity interval training means you're getting that heart rate up. 3 seconds. There we go. We're back down to the floor. Onto our backs, or onto our hands. Hip bridge. Oh shucks. End of round 4. We'll have to save those hip bridges for the final round. Just over 15 seconds left. Cheers. Okay, 10 seconds. We're going to do our hip bridge first. Lying back, flat on the ground. Heels in towards your butt, and we lift. Here we go. So nice strong lift. You want to feel a stretch on the front of the thighs. We're hitting the butt, the back of the legs, and the lower stomach. So keep that core zipped up. You want to make sure it's working. There we go, and we rest. So we're going to double up here. Just in case you couldn't guess. Ready? Lift. Again, keep that stomach zipped up. Core muscles all nice and tight. Like you're putting on a pair of jeans fresh out of the tumble dryer. Zipping up all those muscles. Just over 5 seconds to go. Should be feeling this in the back of the legs and the butt. There we go. We're back to our feet again. We're going to do our side to side squat. We squat down and we do a little shuffle across to the side. So a little shuffle across to the side, over and back. You can go one step at a time, one step over, one step back. Use whatever space you have. Staying low. Last 2 seconds, here we go. Oh damn, that makes the legs burn. Staying on our feet. Fast squats this time. So we're shallow with the squats, but loads of speed. Working the top part of that squat movement. Getting the arms right up overhead. Less than 10 seconds left. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. And we're back down to the mat. So we're doing a bridge or a crab. Here we go. Hands down the floor, fingers pointing out to the sides. We lift. Push your heels into the floor, push your hips up to the ceiling, and come back. And lift. And come back. So working that posterior chain, the back of the legs, the butt and the lower back. And we're going to stay here. Rest for a few seconds. Now we're going to come back into that one again. Get ready. And we lift. Head stays neutral. So it's moving along with your body. Pushing the hands down into the floor. Pushing your heels down into the floor. Almost there. Last 7 seconds. Really squeeze at the top. Last one. There we go. And we're back onto our feet again. So squat, knee raise, alternating sides. So coming into a nice low squat, get that knee up, pull using the stomach, not just swinging with the leg, you're pulling, forceful contraction across right through the midsection. And we're back down onto the mat. Bear hold, hands and knees. We lift the knees. an inch from the floor, and we stay here, nice and steady. Keeping the core zipped up, stomach nice and tight. Your back is flat, just under 10 seconds left, keep going. We're nearly there. 2, 1, and relax. Enjoying that? Here we go, same again. Ah, drat, we've run out of time. Boom, another milestone. Here's to you, 250 calories in the bag. So as ever, take a few minutes to let the heart rate come back down. Gotten well stretched, mobilized, shoulders are open, hips are open. You heard the lady, activity completed. Enjoy the rest of your week. See you soon.